Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our webinar tonight. My name is Margiela Prandy, and I'm very excited for this discussion because we're going to be talking about one of my very most favorite products that was a part of the legacy product line prior to the launch of Modere and the transformation of the legacy company. And it is one that I have studied and believed in and have developed such a loyalty and allegiance to this product. So I'm excited to share with you some of my insights and research and information about this product called Green Keys. So let me just also mention that if you're listening after the fact and it's not September 2017, which it is right now, this special promotion that I'm going to mention does not apply. So for the month of September, those who are on Smart Ship will have the option of purchasing this product for $15. So as kind of an upsell offer, you and your customers and your other social marketers will all get a notification saying that the Green Key, if they want to add it to their Smart Ship order, is available for $15. So I believe by the time you finish listening to this information tonight, if you are not already taking this product as a significant part of your regimen, I believe you may start. And also I just want to say that some of the concepts that I'm going to talk about tonight might feel a little complicated, so don't try to feel like you need to absorb everything. Just get the big idea here about how powerful this Green Key product is and what it will do for you from a benefit standpoint. So before we dive into this tonight, I want to speak for just a minute about the importance of nutritional supplements. I realized a long time ago that supplementing my nutritional intake with high quality nutritional supplements was an absolute must, and it's been at least 15 years since even the Journal of the American Medical Association came out with the suggestion that we are not getting the nutritional value from our foods that we did in days gone by, and that it is absolutely necessary for all adults to supplement with good nutritional supplements. Essentially, I'm paraphrasing, but that was the Journal of the American Medical Association, even that journal acknowledging the need for supplementation. And I can think of at least 3 good reasons. First of all, we have an interesting mindset here, I think, in the Western world. We tend to think in terms of cure rather than prevention, typically. I have people sometimes say, oh my gosh, nutritional supplements are just too expensive. My response is always, compared to what? And we tend to think here in sort of a Western culture that we can literally run ourselves ragged and then focus on everything except our health and then depend on Western medicine to cure us. And it just isn't a very prudent approach. Prevention is always wiser. And I've learned also that our bodies are infinitely wise and designed to heal themselves. If we can give our bodies the components that they need, then they can utilize those to create optimal health. And so it's just simply that we need to be more proactive, more preventative thinking versus curative thinking, and supplement for the following reasons. First of all, we live in a way more toxic world today than a century ago. The air, the water, the food is compromised, and so we need to offset our lifestyle and dietary choices. And in addition to that, the toxins that we're exposed to. And the second reason to supplement is, as I mentioned a minute ago, our foods of today don't have the same nutritional value because the soils have been farmed and farmed across the decades. And so in addition to the foods we get from the ground being nutritionally deficient, we're also eating over-processed foods, dead foods, lifeless, overcooked foods. And then the third reason I think supplementation is so important is because we have a high stress, high fast-paced lifestyles, And these take a toll on our health. We need extra nutritional support because of what we demand of ourselves on a daily basis. And also, you know, even worry and negative thinking, all of these things are toxic to our bodies. So let's take a look now at this amazing product, Green Key, which has a blend of marine greens. It's also complemented with delicious fruit and berry extracts. It's got herbs and grasses, and it is the most powerful thing that Green Key does for us is that it will alkalize the body. It nutrifies, in other words, deep, intense, amazing, abundant nutrition. It energizes the body, which we'll talk about how that happens in just a minute. And it also detoxifies the body. Pretty powerful for a single product. So there are all kinds of nutrient-rich ingredients in this amazing product, Green Key, but let me mention just a few of them here. First of all, spirulina, as many of you know, is considered to be one of the world's superfoods. It is green, it's a microalgae, blue-green algae, and it's a great source of vitamins. It is a complete protein because it contains all 9 essential amino acids. It detoxes the body. It helps to detox the body of heavy metals. It can support lowering of blood pressure. It can assist with the reduction of cholesterol. And also, people that have who eat a lot of carbs that have a high glycemic index, or people that eat a lot of sugar can sometimes develop a condition called candida. This spirulina is fantastic for helping to eliminate that and rebalance the healthy bacteria and get rid of that yeast condition. It's one of the oldest food sources on earth, absolutely phenomenal. And then alfalfa grass, very also nutrient dense. It supports the immune system. It's a powerful antioxidant. It's an anti-inflammatory. It helps with regulating cholesterol. Chlorella, also very, very powerful. It's healthy for hormonal function, and it also, people will take chlorella if they have to have chemo or radiation because it helps to negate the effects of those treatments. It's great for cardiovascular health. It's also a potent detoxifier. And then wheatgrass. So wheatgrass is extremely powerful. It is a potent healer because it contains all of the minerals known to man. It has vitamins A, B, B complex, vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin K. It's rich in protein. It contains 17 amino acids. And then licorice root, as you know, licorice root is very soothing and calming to the stomach, gastrointestinal tract, and it also is potent in helping to get rid of coughs and infections that are driven by bacteria or by viruses. Shiitake mushroom, man, this was just such a popular ingredient over the last, I don't know, 15, 18 years because of its ability to fight cancer cells. It is highly anti-tumoral, and it's great for weight loss. It is fantastic for cardiovascular health. It improves energy. It reduces inflammation. Just a very, very powerful mushroom. And then papaya. Papaya is good for the skin. It's an antioxidant. It's also anti-cancer. It's great for heart health, and it helps to fight inflammation. So those are just a few, and you will get a full 5 servings of the red, yellow, and green vegetables that you need. 5, it might even be 6 servings from just 2 full scoops of that amazing green key. So let's talk a little bit about the specific functions that I mentioned a minute ago: alkalize, nutrify, energize, and detoxify. And so it is a fact that disease cannot exist in an alkaline environment, and that disease proliferates in an acidic environment in the body. So one of the most critical mandates for vibrant health and energy is to keep your body at a proper pH balance. So pH is the measure of the acid and alkaline fluids within your body, and it affects every cell in your body. So pH is measured in a range from 0 to 14, 14 being the very most acid, and 0 being the very most acid, and then 14 being completely alkaline. 7 is right in the middle, of course. 7 is neutral. Isn't it interesting that our blood, which is our life-giving force, comes in at 7.365, which is just slightly alkaline? It is a great indicator that all of our body's organs, everything functions better if we are just slightly alkaline. And so your goal is to stay just a little over 7 on the pH scale. And then, of course, the power packed in nutrition, which we'll come back to in a minute. I want to share here in just a second some of the downside that occurs in our bodies when they start running too acid. But to quickly summarize also, the power pack nutrition, the energy, and the detoxifying. This is Green Key: alkalize, energize, nutrify, and detoxify. And if you only remember one thing from tonight, those are the major functions of this robust nutritional supplement. And so what are some of the things that occur in the body when we are running, so to speak, a little bit acid? First of all, an acidic environment can be caused by stress. It can be caused by the foods we eat, meats, for example, and believe me, I enjoy eating meat, but meat is very acid forming in our body, as is dairy products. Sugar and carbohydrates and processed foods, very highly acid forming. And so, as I mentioned earlier, I love to take the key to offset some of my dietary choices. I try to make, wise choices, but I love the idea of offsetting them with Green Key. So when our body starts to run too acidic, here's what happens. First of all, acid weakens or destroys the negative charge that protects all of your red blood cells. And so when this happens, the red blood cells become less healthy. They tend to mutate. They're no longer round and plump and healthy and self-contained. They kind of get sludgy, and they're less effective. Another thing is that acid eats away at your muscles and makes them flabby. How fun is that? Acid also can cause, and when your system's running acidically, it can also cause joint discomfort and stiffness and pain in the joints, because it's the result of a lack of oxygen. And so acid will fill up in the joints and create that discomfort. And it also will go to the weakest part of the body. Also, if you're trying to lose weight and your system is running super acidic, then it is like swimming upstream, because the body, in its wisdom and its protective ways, will sequester the acid in our systems away to the fatty areas of the body in order to move them away from the vital organs. So this is a big problem for people that are trying to lose weight. Even if you're finding you're doing all the right things and you're dieting and exercising, but your system is running too acid, you are swimming upstream trying to lose weight. Acid also causes water retention. And this is interesting. So one of the jobs of calcium in our system is to neutralize acidity, and the body also, in its wisdom, creates a hierarchy. And so when the system is being impacted and the major organs are being impacted by a non-alkaline and more acidic terrain in the body, then the body will actually take calcium from the bones. It will rob calcium from the bones in order to balance and alkalize the body. So you can see there's just all kinds of it weakens muscles, osteoporosis. It also causes headaches. Needless to say, we want to create an alkalized environment in the body. So now let's talk about how green tea energizes the body. We have a very delicate balance in our biochemistry, and our body operates on subtle and intricate electromagnetic currents. We are electromagnetic beings, and every organ in our body vibrates at a specific electrical magnetic frequency, and the body just manages all of this with its biochemistry. So, for example, our food is broken down into tiny particles that are carried to the cells via electrical charges, and our cells communicate with each other through these pulses of electricity. Everything inside of us emits a field of electrical vibrational current that can be measured in megahertz. If this feels a little complicated, just hang with me here, because this is extremely powerful. So the electromagnetic frequency of the heart, the brain, the lungs is right around, and measures out at about 70 megahertz. Same with the organs throughout the body, somewhere in the high 50, 60, 70 range of megahertz is the life force energy that these organs vibrate at, that they put off as electromagnetic beings here. So the energy is in our foods can also be measured in megahertz. And so the idea is that we want to replenish so that we're operating at an energy abundance rather than an energy deficit. We want to replenish foods that have a high megahertz of life force. So I'm looking at a chart right here, and basically a Big Mac or a piece of cake has 3 megahertz, right? So if we're eating Big Macs and chocolate cake, you can see that we are not replenishing if the heart and other organs are right there in about the 70 megahertz, we're not replenishing the energy for them. And if we're eating dead, lifeless foods, and so just fries and chips are about 30 megahertz. When you're eating raw vegetables, you're getting about 80. So you can see how this starts to restore and invest in the energy of our vital organs, right? Sprouts and wheatgrass and those kinds of things are more in the 90 range. And the green tea, these robust green drinks that are power packed with all this nutrition, pure, they calibrate it at about 150 megahertz. Is that insane that we can supply this kind of energy to the body so simply with a product like green tea? Also, then let's talk about nutrifying a little bit. So I don't think probably most people get the vegetable intake that is needed. The recommended daily dose is, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 servings of vegetables every single day. And probably about 90% of the U.S. population is not getting those. And so you, by taking the Modere green tea, you are getting, yep, here we go, I can confirm this now. You're getting the equivalent of 6 servings of green, yellow, and red vegetables with just those 2 teaspoons of this amazing product. And so very finally, green tea helps in detoxification of the cells. So it's packed with phytochemicals that work like natural chemical collectors to detoxify the body. Phytochemicals wander through our 100 trillion cells, and they get rid of the harmful substances that we can accumulate every single day from breathing, from the food, from the drinks that we put into our body. And for people that haven't opted in for clean label products like we do here at Modere, that also can be a toxic load into the body for many people. And so here we are, just powerfully nutrifying, detoxifying, alkalizing, and energizing the body. And for then even the name itself of green tea in Chinese, green tea or qi stands for energy, for this kind of abundant source of just that that we can get when we are properly alkalized, when we're getting powerful, energizing, abundant food source that is revitalizing our organs by investing. And we're not, you can imagine when people feel like they're always tired, when you consider the foods that they're living on, you can see why people are operating at an energy deficit rather than an energy abundance. So I love this product. I am a believer in this product. And so what a simple way to alkalize, energize, nutrify, and detoxify the body. And so how do you take this product? A lot of people, because some of the greens are a little bitter and not everyone loves the taste of it plain. A lot of people, me included, will put it in my protein shake, and taking it in the morning and in the evening. It's definitely a product that can be added to sustain or to sync, and it's fun also to actually test the impact of this product. I've done this before. You can pick up pH test strips from the health food store and actually test this yourself. When I really want this product to have impact, I will drink it in cold water with fresh squeezed organic lemon. I know that sounds crazy, like wouldn't you think that lemon would be acidic, because it feels like it's an acid fruit, but fresh organic lemon is extremely alkalizing to the body. So I will take the green tea, squeeze some organic lemon, a couple drops of stevia. I really like the coconut, the liquid stevia, and then I will just, if I feel something coming on, I will just sip on this all day long to really alkalize myself. For the other benefits, great to put it in a shake, but I've gotten to the point where I'm very aware when my system is beginning to run a little bit on the acidic side. So back to the test. So you can actually follow the instructions on the bottle and test before you drink your green tea, and then test about an hour, and it is dramatic and obvious that you have alkalized your body, that you're managing that very important delicate balance of pH in your system. So this is a phenomenal product, certainly something that's worth picking up in addition to your Smart Ship. Take advantage of that this month, September 2017. And whether you're listening to this in September or another time, guys, this is a very powerful product, and definitely one that deserves to be a part of your daily regimen. So with that, we will call it a night, and thank you guys so much for joining in. Enjoy this product along with the other amazing Modere products. Thanks so much, you guys.